And that's where that passage just doesn't ring true for me, you know? I mean, nobody speaks like that. When you're hurt, you don't speak like that. You rant and rave and say outrageous things to the person who hurt you.
Is that your experience?
What?
Is that your experience? I can only assume you're saying that because someone hurt you or you hurt someone else. Otherwise, how could you say that with such conviction?
Dylan and Kelsey, if you could already tell, their thing a little while ago, it has never resolved conflict. Well, not for us, they're friends. We tried to keep them apart, even stopped book club for a while, but they wouldn't graciously bow out. Both insisted that they keep coming and promised the split had been dealt with. That was a lie. I swear, every time we meet, they find another way to process their breakup, or better yet, their breakdown, through whatever book we're discussing that month. In July, it was The Slap by Christoph Solkis. Huge mistake. In September, in August, it was John Gray's Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. You can imagine. In September, Archie suggested we read No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert A. Glover. Well, Dylan took that to be a command, and boy, did he live up to it. I think it's about time I suggest we read David Richo's How to Be an Adult in Relationships.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't believe the character's words. The author must have got bored that day and just wrote down whatever popped into his head.
I disagree. I reckon all of them are spot on.
Is there any chance we can go to the next chapter?
Yeah, it's more fun than watching these two go at it.
Say that again and we'll go at it.
Oh, calm down, Dylan. It's just a story. They can't all conform to your ideas. Ryan is studying engineering, and it's often said that he could design a better human by just removing their emotions. He thinks it's funny watching people arc up when all they really need to do is state their opinion and move on. He thinks humankind wastes too much time on feelings and emotion when there's so many real issues to worry about, like housing and employment. He may well be right, but the world would be a pretty boring place without art and passion. I wonder why he bothers all this book for.
What about the religious aspects of the book? Kelsey?
Yeah, that threw me for a bit.
I think it's great to see spirituality being addressed in modern literature. People think they have to write a religious or an irreligious book, but I see a middle ground where a character's beliefs are just another part of them without being their defining characteristic. It gives the reader a holistic character to journey with as opposed to a stereotype.
So you don't think the long church service section was a bit overdone?
Not at all.
Would that be because you're so churchy yourself?
Oh, Dylan, give it a rest, mate.
It's a genuine question, okay? Like Jamie, I thought the church seems a bit overdone.
I did not say that.
Well, you implied it and I agree.
Look, how about we hear what Jamie has to say?
Thank you, Archie.
You're more than welcome.
That's what I love about book club. It's the variety of people and the relationships they form. Take Jamie and Archie, for example. I mean, she's an emergency room doctor, and he's a plumber. Can't say thing away. So she gets covered in blood, and he gets well, anyway, yeah, through mutual friends and a shared love of the written word, they meet in this circle, and for some no doubt chemical reason, they find that they are attracted to each other. Whatever. I get to study that chemical reaction. See, I do engineering, and although my work can be bloody absorbing, it does get a bit dull being around the lucky one all the time. Oh, so that's why I come here. Because in my opinion, I reckon variety is spice of life.
Jamie, you're about to say?
Right, well, I think the writer clearly enjoys the pomp and circumstance of the Anglican Church, or he couldn't have written it with such detail. Whether it needed quite so much detail, I'm still unsure. Clearly, he had to establish Father Graham's bona fides, or his confession in chapter 11 wouldn't have been as crucial.
But it went on too long.
Oh, for God's sake, it was too long.
Not the service. I mean, not the confession. The service, I'm mean.
Don't you think confession would have sounded a bit overblown if we didn't know they were standing in the church hierarchy?
It's not always about who has it over who, Kelsey. Sometimes it's about a change of status, where the top dog loses to the underdog. You see, when Father Graham confesses, it's Detective Silvers whose status changes. Because her early suspicions are then vindicated and her superintendent has to apologize.
The superintendent apologises because he wrote out Father Graham from the start.
Exactly.
All right. I've heard enough. People have no idea what this book is about.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Sean Holstein, the author. Anyway, if you'd have read the book a little more carefully, you'd understand it's both the church and the police force that's on trial here. It's their duplicity that I'm exposing. It's the establishment that gets torn down the end, though that is the most fanciful element of the entire story, because no such change is ever likely in our current world. The point is that us ordinary folks, that's you, me, them, we have no chance of seeing, let alone creating, the drastic redefining of our world order that's required if we're to see an egalitarian planet. It's a pipe dream that can only exist in fiction because there are two realities at play here. That is ours, the everyday person, and theirs, the overlords. Merging the two is an impossibility. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. You'd have better luck if you found a round peg, or if you created a square hole. You know what I'm saying? Either way, we're bugging. Yeah?
Thanks for that.
Especially you.
Next.
Yeah, I guess that really clears things up.
Welcome. Thanks for buying my book. Good luck.
So, what do you think, Dan?
Can't wait for the movie.
Most improved of the Erina Wednesday seniors. Congratulations to Ryan Landini. And our most dedicated to Jamie Boucher. So now what I'll do is I'll ask all the students who are left here to come and join us on stage where we have a little quiz.